Hey everybody, it's Captain Nutty and Tay-Dog on Off the Hook Sailing. First of all, we just have to apologize. It's been a couple of months since we put out any videos. We have just been busy doing all kinds of, well, we did some traveling, and then we started having some big decisions to make about whether or not to sell the house, sell the boat. We weren't sure what we were going to do, and just a week ago we were actually going to sell the boat, and then we changed our mind at the last minute.
Okay, but we have to tell them what's so funny about this, because Tay-Dog was done. Nothing doing, not keeping the boat, forget it. We're gonna move back to the house, get back to normalcy.
The boat chores got to me.
Yeah, too many chores.
Too many boat chores, and the cost of parts.
And I kept saying, are you sure this is what you want? And he said, yep, unequivocally. How do you say it? Unequivocally.
That's a big word.
Well, anyway, you know what I mean. So he was, without a doubt, done. So we get back to the boat, and we're getting ready to sell the boat, and we're kind of cleaning things up and just going through stuff. And he calls our buddy Alex, who did our C-Tech. Yeah, if you ever need any electrical work done, you got to call Alex. But
Key Harbor.
Yeah, guy does amazing work. Florida. Yeah, nice young man. But anyway, he called Alex about our batteries or solar or something. Had a question for him, and we told Alex that we were selling the boat and moving back to the house. And Alex says houses are boring, and no kidding, that is what changed his mind. He said.
Well, it made me realize, I remembered when we lived here in Cape Coral, and we have a nice house here, but all I wanted to do was get out.
Beautiful house for sale, by the way.
Yeah, it's for sale now. And I just wanted to get out of the house and go do stuff. And at the time, I was sick and tired of doing chores around the house. So the kids have all left the house. Now it's just two people in a big home, and we were like, you know what? And right now, it's a seller's market. So, you know, we decided it's time to sell the house. We're going to stay on the boat for the next several years, if not longer.
Yep.
And we're gonna keep the fight going, and we'll see what happens. But anyway, we just wanted to apologize to our fans and followers, all 84 of them, I think.
I think it might be 86 now.
And 86 of you, and just to let you know that we're gonna keep on doing the sailing and making videos. And it's all for fun, and we have a house for sale in Cape Coral. It's for sale by owner until we decide not to.
He's going to link it in the description. It's right here.
I don't know how to do that.
I just always wanted to do that.
We'll put a link in the description, and I don't know how do we do that. Here's what you do. I want you to hold up a sign, house for sale.
Just Google 2212 Southwest 48 Terrace, okay? You'll find it.
Florida, 33914. Boom. Don't pretend like
I always wanted to do that. Check here. Click the box.
Someday,
like and subscribe.
We're going to learn how to do that, and today's not the day.
Probably not.
All right.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
We're going to keep sailing off the hook, and we're going to sell the house. So that's how we're going to do it, right?
That's right.
That's it.
Boom.
Booyah. Take care, everybody.
See ya.
Stay safe.
Hey, it's time for Off the Hook Sailing.
When your time comes, don't postpone it. When others down and out, you don't condone it. Truth be told, yourself is your toughest opponent. When your moment comes, grab hold and own it. Never let go, stand tall and hold tight. Overcoming obstacles is the objective in life. Doubters all the night, and until then you shine bright. Cause inside your head, on goes the light.
All right, so we're back at Conception Island where we left off on our last video. And it is time to sail to Long Island and get our anchor fixed. As you remember, we have a bent anchor. So it's time to say goodbye to Captain Nutty's boyfriend, the Latvian lover, on that big old boat out there. And we're gonna do some fishing. Here's Tay-Dog demonstrating how to catch a fish, how to beat a fish, how to eat a fish. And booyah, we're at Calabash Bay here on the northern tip of Long Island. It's a nice, beautiful bay. The weather was nice. And well, here, I'll tell you a little bit more about what we're seeing. This is that resort in Calabash Bay on north end of Long Island, Bahamas. Last time we were here, I don't know, a couple months ago, I guess, you know, the coronavirus hadn't really taken off, and there were people on the beaches, dogs being walked everywhere. That big building over there has got the restaurant in it. That was open. We had lunch there. The place was alive, man. Here's what that resort looks like at nighttime. Absolutely gorgeous. Now it's time to get some food, so let's listen to Captain Nutty on how we provisioned during COVID.
We stopped in Calabash Bay, and they won't let the cruisers go ashore to get provisions and things. So you can hire somebody to go do your shopping for you. And so that's what we did. I'm up here waiting for, Steve was patiently waiting over there. Now he's looking at me, wondering what the heck I'm doing. But she was supposed to be here a little bit ago. And so I'm just out there waiting for a car to show up with all of our provisions. And it's a good thing Steve woke up from his nap, because the waves on the shore are such that, he's waving me over. The waves on shore are such that if I would have came by myself, the dinghy would have filled with water. And if you haven't seen that episode yet, you will. So I needed help. And so he's guarding the dinghy while I'm waiting for our provision lady to show up. All right. So check this out, dear. So we just had a shopper bring our groceries to us.
Yeah.
Because of
coronavirus. So they deliver groceries to your boat now, or at least to shore, because we are not allowed to go to shore. So you don't really know, since you don't get to feel the produce or look at what kind they're getting. This is what you get. You get kind of some little off-brand this and that.
So this looked great. I asked for tortillas. I didn't necessarily need partially cooked, whatever. But, you know, $8.50 for a package of, how many are in there? Oh, probably 12, maybe something like that. Anyway, what I just noticed is on the back, best by November 18th of 2019. What's today's date?
April 16th, 2020. They're fresh. They're Bahamian fresh.
Yeah, hopefully they're good. We'll see. And $8.50 cauliflower, but it looks good. It's not expired.
And what we're showing you here is the fact that we ordered whole wheat bread and we got rye. Nobody eats rye bread. And also we ordered regular butter and we got, what is that? Garlic and herb butter. And cauliflower, nobody eats that crap anyway. But there were plenty of dogs on the island, and I just had an idea that if we ever really got into a desperate situation, hey, how about a nice sunset? Isn't that beautiful? Okay, it's time to fix the anchor. So the frantic days of the coronavirus are still upon us, and we are in Thompson's Bay on Long Island. We were able to get our anchor fixed by dropping it off on the dock, having somebody come pick it up because we're quarantined. You can't go on shore. And now we are having somebody deliver some jerry cans to a petroleum store so that they can fill them up with diesel, and then we're going to try to add diesel to our boat, and then who knows what then. But that's the plan. So next is we got to swap anchors, go position the boat over by the petroleum company, and see if we can get some diesel.
Look ahead. You're just about to hit the crossing here. Oh. Can we lift it a little bit?
No.
You want to give me the dinghy tanker? And we'll go wet for it. Oh, shoot, I dropped it. Oh, watch your head. Oh, God, that thing's right over you.
All right, so now we are sitting out in front of Long Island Petroleum. Supposed to meet somebody at a dock. And they're supposed to have our 5-gallon cans filled with diesel. And we're going to do about 4 trips of this stuff to try to give us about 60, 70 gallons to top off our tank. So we'll see if somebody shows up or we get thrown in prison. I have no idea what. This is just a crazy world right now, man. Okay, so we got jerry cans of diesel. This was the only jerry cans they had on Long Island. So we are using what we can to top off. And that is how we're doing this. One thing to note is the price of these cans are like 60 bucks each in the Bahamas. So make sure you bring your jerry cans with you. We weren't expecting a pandemic, so this is what we're dealing with. We're just trying to get back. So anyway, dingy, dingy, dingy. Well, after 4 dinghy trips, we were able to top off on our diesel and continue our journey back to the United States at this point, via the Ragged Islands, which was our intentions. We did meet with some resistance there in Thompson's Bay. We was very unfortunate, but as the sun sets, all we could do is to be thankful that we had provisions and enough diesel to continue our journey home. Once again, we want to thank the Bahamian government for allowing us to provision and continue on our journey. Don't forget, we have a house for sale.